came back, but I held something. Not because I didn't love her, but because I was protecting myself. I started matching her energy, showing up, but not all out, making effort, but calibrating it, reading the room so carefully that I stopped being fully present in it. I told myself that was wisdom, that this was me being smart about it. Half in isn't protecting yourself. Half in is just slowly losing her anyway. I started keeping score, tracking what I gave versus what came back, looking for proof that it was working before I gave more of myself. That's not love, that's a transaction waiting to collapse. Then she told me the relationship was no longer her priority. And I understood her. I had done real damage. Maybe it couldn't be repaired, and I could see it clearly, why it was no longer her number one priority. That moment could have been the thing that made me pull back completely, protect myself, match her energy, give less because she was giving less. But something shifted. I realized I'd never know if this could be turned around unless I went all in to find out. Not half in, not carefully, all in. And if it still didn't work, at least I knew I showed up as the man I want to be, not the man I was when I was protecting myself. So I chose to give more, not out of desperation, not to convince her because that's who I choose to be. Your offering is yours. The outcome isn't. For a long time, I told myself she was the problem, that what happened between us occurred because of her actions, her choices. And as long as I believed that, I didn't have to look at how I showed up, how I failed her in the moments she needed me most. That's what shame does. It doesn't make you honest. It makes you defensive. It gives you enough cover to avoid the truth without having to admit you're avoiding it. I wasn't a bad man. I genuinely loved her. But loving someone and showing up for them are two different things, and I confused them for years. We separated, and losing her, even temporarily, showed me something I couldn't see when I was inside it. It showed me who I'd been. Not who I thought I was, who I'd actually been. And those two things were not the same. When I chose to come back, to try again, I had to walk towards something that scared me. Not the relationship, the uncertainty of it. I'd already felt what losing her felt like. And I was scared to feel it again. You're scared. You're scared it won't work, scared to give everything and still lose, scared that going all in just means falling harder. I get it. That uncertainty is real. That fear is real. Being scared is part of it. Life is meant to be lived, not feared, and love especially. How foolish was I to think that because I put in the effort, I was owed the outcome I wanted. Life owes me nothing. She owes me nothing, but I owe it to myself to show up fully, to be completely myself. Not a managed version designed to minimize risk, but a love built on self-protection isn't love, it's fear with better excuses. I refuse to live my love in fear, regardless of what happens. I don't know what happens next. I may not fully earn her trust back. I may not be fully forgiven. And I've made peace with that. Because there's a humility in accepting that you can't control anything except how you show up. And there's a peace in it too. Once you stop fighting that truth, I give because that's who I choose to be. Not to get, not to earn, not to protect myself from an outcome I'm afraid of. Just to give, freely, without strings, without expectation. That kind of love given without guarantee, is something very few men ever let themselves feel. But I promise you, it's worth the risk. Even if it fails, even if I fall flat on my face, this is your sign. Go all in.